Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, you're either here because you got a fat ass nose and you're trying to build one up real quick, or because you're trying to catch somebody. And either way, I'm here for it, sis. So let's get on into it, okay? So, on my latest TikTok, I got comments saying for my nose contour routine because I do this where it's like I have like a bridge right here. You know what I'm saying? Like I build this up, so I guess that's why people want to know how I contour my nose. So this is the full in-depth video on how to do that, plus how to catfish, period. Because sometimes you enough, but sometimes you not enough. If you know what I'm saying, you know. So for this, I like to do a really simple eye. You know what I'm saying, just to like bring the attention to the face. Nothing colorful, nothing dramatic. That's not what we here for today. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the base. Okay. Like I always say, today I'm taking my LA Girl color corrector. You need a color corrector because this is what brings the life to the face, you know. This is what helps sculpt you out, you know what I'm saying? Like, no makeup breakdown. That way you can be a walking catfish, not just on the internet. Because, eventually you're going to have to link up with that man. No matter how much we say we not going to link, if you apply that pressure, we going to link. Period. And we're just blending this out. This is the red one. I usually use the orange, but I want to use red today. Okay, so now that we're all colored and corrected for foundation, I'm taking my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear in 520. And we're blending this out. You know, just my regular base that I just uploaded in my previous video, how to prevent cakey makeup. If you haven't seen that, I highly suggest you check it out. Because that gives you more in-depth on your base. This is going to be more in-depth on my nose. So, yes, sir. It's a nice prequel to this video. City girls make a wish like Ray J. Let me talk to them. I didn't want to. Alright, so now is the part where we really begin to alter our image. Taking the MAC Pro Foundation 12 foundation palette, and I'm taking the first shade here, and then also this second shade right here, and I'm going to be mixing these two together. And I just like to melt the product together a little bit. Now on the other side, or you can do this on your hand or empty palette, or however you want to do it. So I'm melting, Jesus. I'm melting the two shades together, and I'm going to begin to sculpt under my eye. So what I'm doing is I'm taking it from like the beginning part of my nostril, which is here, and I'm taking it up to the eye socket right here, and that's going to build depth and dimension beside my nose. That way it looks like all of this area is going to be nose, and in actuality nothing but this area is nose. So kind of like this. Okay. And then I just drag the rest out under the eye like that. And you can kind of turn your head to the side to see it a little bit better. How you get that nice line. Oh, had you fooled. Alright, so once you got all of your product applied, it should look something like this. You can already see how the cheekbones are starting to lift. But more importantly, it's the nose. As you can see, there's no bridge. So right here, I'm giving this. In actuality, there's air between there. Fake nose job. Like I low-key want to get like just a little filler here just to lift this little part up. But then again, I don't know. I haven't decided. But anyway, I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm going to blend this completely out. All the way out. I don't know. People say I have a cute nose, but you know what? I don't really care what other people say. Just like, you know, Erica, you shouldn't touch your lips, or Erica, you shouldn't do this. I mean, you're not Erica. Erica don't shave your head, or Erica don't do this, Erica don't do that. Y'all haven't realized by now, Erica's gonna do whatever the fuck she wants to do. And if it looks bad, then I'll cry to y'all later. Hey, if you like get it like too far into your nose, it's okay because you're going in with another step anyway. You just really want to go ahead and make sure you got this right here taken care of, okay? And now I'm taking my Hourglass Vanish Concealer. This is in the shade Beach. I love this concealer. This formula is amazing. I'm taking that under the eye, chin, forehead, Cupid's bow, and of course, star of the show, down the nose. And I'll take it like this. That way it kind of widens this part out. That way when I highlight the tip with powder and stuff, it comes to form a circle. But you'll see, you'll see. Alright, so I blend out the face first and then I do the nose last. Alright, and once you got the face blended out, you go in and blend out the nose. I use my finger to blend out my nose. I just feel like it looks even softer than a sponge. So, and then it's just, you can't get anything that's slim as your finger. There's no sponge that I've yet to find that does my nose like my finger does. So, get in there. And you just want to tap to blend, not rub and blend. And I do not blend this all the way out because you want to, well, for me, I like to keep the line on my nose. Like that. You see that line? I keep that there. So now I'm going in with my Makeup Revolution Foundation Stick in F18. As usual. And then I twist it up a little bit because I use the sides of it to give me a precise line on the bridge of my nose. Like that. And you want to come right beside the line that you left there. Like you don't want to bring it like directly on top. You want a little bit of skin poking through there. And a little bit there. So for the face, I'm blending it out with my Real Techniques blush brush. Blush brush. Blush brush. Blush brush. Lip smush. Alright, so now I'm going in with a little bit more lift by taking the Revlon Photo Ready Candid Concealer in number 1. Just to lift me up a little bit more. I'm taking it on the tip of the nose also. This is just for extra make you want me vibes. Alright, and I'm blending out the contour of my nose using the base shadow brush from Real Techniques. And you want to take your time with this because the cleaner your blend, the more snatched your nose appears. Now, of course, your product is going to move a little bit, but you don't want it to move like over here, you know what I'm saying? And then once you've got that product nice and soft and blend it out slightly, what you want to do is, well, let me blend this out first. Alright, so now what you want to do is you want to go right back with a clean finger, not the same finger that you used the first time. Clean finger to blend the middle out. like that. And we just take the Revlon concealer and blend this in a circle. Like that. Now I just take the concealer brush, same brush that I use under my eye, and I go down the nose one more time. This is to really reinforce that line that's there. And I like to make this as straight as possible. For a less plastic appearance, you can make it like a little bit wider, or just you can make it a little bit wider or just a little less perfect, but y'all know who y'all watching today. And you want to take your concealer brush and then just blend those edges out. And then take your finger and go back over. Like that. And I'm going to go in with my sponge now and blend out this concealer. Oh, look at that pop. Oh, I live when my under eye comes together. Like, that's when I'm like, oh shit, bitch. But take somebody daddy today. For powder today, I am taking my Laura Mercier A Translucent Honey Powder. We're going to go ahead and get on the eye first. So you want to go ahead and stretch that out. Get that powder in there. So now, once the direct under eye is set, what you want to do is turn your head the same way you did before. And you want to get in that area that you faked. So this area right here. That gave you that line. See that? This is what builds up that bridge of the nose illusion right there. And now you want to go in and set the rest of your face as per usual. It's not unusual. Chelsea, Will Smith, and what's her name finally make back up after like 40 years. No, not 40 years. He is like 40 something years old. But after like at least 20 years. I thought that was crazy. It was on Hot Topics this morning. I was like, whoa, made up. I was like, oh, cause y'all was getting on each other's skin for a little minute now. I was like, hold up. Wait a minute. Alright, so for the nose, what you want to do is you want to take your powder on the tip of your beauty blender. And you just want to stamp it up the nose. You want to watch yourself do this from all sorts of angles. That way nobody can ever clock you. Period. And you want to leave that there. I guess you consider this baking, but I don't consider what this step is of my makeup baking. I don't. I say this all the time because I leave that powder there, you know. This powder I push in, but the nose powder, I actually leave it just like that. And that's how it gets so bright and ungodly. Alright, and for an extra doll-like finish under the eye, I'm taking the Hourglass Veil powder. And what you want to do is you want to take your sponge, get it in that powder, and leave it here. Go ahead and push it in a little bit, and then leave it there. And we're not going to dust this off. Like I said, this powder high, you know, makeup is fizzle. You know, don't be putting no excess product that you don't need. So this just goes directly under the eye socket. You see how pretty that is? It's the prettiest finish. Also helps to make your makeup last all day long. Like, this face ain't going nowhere, sweetie. You take a little bit on the nose too. Like that. I be feeling so cute with this powder on, y'all. So now that that's setting and cooking up a little bit, we are taking the Morphe Glamour Bronze bronzer in the shade Leader. I really love this bronzer, you guys. You get, and then it's a really big pan, like, and I think this bronzer may be $20. I'm not positive on that part, but it's a really nice bronzer. It's real good and red. You know how I feel about that. Like it just, I don't know, warmer undertones just help the skin better. Even if you're cool, you know, you put a little warmth. It'll work. I can't give away all the secrets, but trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Get you a warm bronzer. I feel like that's in the name. But you know, sometimes cool can give you a little bit extra depth, you know. So like sometimes I may take like the Black Radiance contour palettes. They're a little bit cooler, so you can pop those like right in here, and that'll give you a super deep cut. Like, but only pull that out when you're trying to have a baby. So what you want to do now is take that brush that you use to blend out your contour on your nose, and we're gonna go in with the bronzer, and we're gonna deepen it up even more. You want to keep these lines as straight as possible for the most unrealistic effect. And you want to bring this into the eye socket just slightly to really keep that illusion there. And you really just want to go ahead and blend it out. And keep in mind, this is the initial powder that we had there, like the translucent honey. That's what this is. And as you can see, it's starting to like settle. I haven't dusted anything off or anything. It's just really starting to settle into the skin. So now what you want to do is, this is for people who really want to catfish and just really want that tightness like here in the bridge of the nose. Remember, it's fake. But yeah, if you really want to bring even more tightness to the center of your nose, what you want to do is you can take any black shadow or darker brown. This is the Juvia's Place Warrior 2 palette. So I'm going to take a little bit of the black, just a tiny amount. I don't do this often, but I do this like when I just want an extra hug. And I mean barely tap your brush on there, because you don't want to take this too far. Like, you know, there's a difference between hella snatched and then this shit just look crazy. Unless you're going for like a really dramatic, like a dramatic colorful, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like an editorial or like a creative mindset type of look. But as for like an everyday, no, you don't want to go too much. And that's coming from me. So when you do that's too much. So you want to take this just right here, right? Well, for me, it's right here where I'm taking, like, right where my nose actually starts, where it starts to, oh, how can I say this? Where, you see how, like, right here is flat? So I take it right here where it starts to come out a little bit. That way when I turn right here, it gives me a super snatched finish. So as you can see, that's really dark. So you want to go ahead, dust your brush off, and then just go ahead and blend this completely out. And I promise you guys, you're gonna fall in love. Like, best hack I've ever done. Like, ugh. So you go ahead and you blend this all the way out. And if you need to, you go back in with a little bit more of the bronzer that you used over top, just to help you blend it out a little bit. But you don't want to take too much away. Just like that. Like, oh, we're getting there. This stuff does take a little bit of time just for it to blend and, you know, like, go into the skin. It does take a little work. Because you got to keep in mind, like, you're basically recreating your bone structure in a sense. Like, hate to be so dramatic. Well, no, I don't hate being so dramatic, but that's what you're doing. You're emphasizing your bone structure, or building a bone structure that's not there if you're like me. Like that. Give it to the ground, honey! Can't breathe. Oh, shit. Beauty blender. And blend that on top. This is going to start to push that powder, the remaining bit of it in. And you just want to blend that out. And for blush, because I don't feel like taking anything else out, I'm taking the Warrior 2 palette. Just these two shades right here. The two pink coral looking shades. And you want to blend this all over this part of the nose only. That way it looks like you kind of have a runny nose. It makes it look more natural, like Australian, if that makes sense. Like, I hate for it to sound so gross, but, you know, that's just like the best way to describe it. It looks like your nose is slightly running a little bit. Alright, and once you have completed your blush, I don't want to say until you have enough blush, because you can never have enough blush, honey. Like, ever in a million years could you ever have enough blush. Key to bad bitchosity 101. You never have enough blush. But yeah, once that's completed, you want to go in with highlighter. Lately, I've been living for like a matte face, so I'm not going to really highlight that much. I'm just going to take the Juvia's Zulu palette, and I'm taking a rose gold shade right here. I'm popping a little bit on the chin, just for a little twinkle, honestly. Them Cupid's bow, gotta put some here, because, you know, one thing about me, I'm going to overline these lips. And put a little bit on the forehead. Just a little bit. You know, just for a little twinkle like that. I want it a little on the cheek. And notice I'm doing this still with the powder under my eye. That way, when I push this powder in, I'm also going to push the highlighter in a little bit more. Just for lit from within. I know, right? It's crazy coming from me. But I don't know, I've been kind of living for a little bit of matteness. So I'm putting a little bit more blush on top. By a little bit, I mean a nice heaping serving full. And I'm taking my beauty blender and I'm pushing it all in. Like that. So now we go in to highlight our nose. This is my favorite part. But this is my favorite part of me to highlight, shall I say. So I'm taking this is a lip brush. Any lip brush or any small paintbrush will work for this because you want to keep it sharp. So you can see this right here on the tip. This is the fattest part of my nose right here. You can keep my mirror low so you can see. Look how cute that is. And now you want to blend in a circle that highlighter. Don't worry, this is just our first layer. And now you just want to draw a straight line down the nose, about from where the black shadow went, so about right here on down. You don't want to bring it up too high, because if you do, that's when you can like see like the shift for real. Okay. So you really want to keep it right here where you're really just faking everything at. And then you just want to blend that edge out. So I like to use a pigment to do this, but you can use a pigment or you can use any loose highlighter, or you can just keep piling on the other highlighter if you want to, or if you really just want to be that bitch, you can use a tiny little bit of glitter if you want to. So what you want to do is go ahead and set your makeup. So this is the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. This is new. I haven't used this before. So yeah, hopefully it gives me the life that I need. Oh, there we go. Alright, so once the face is set, now you go on with your pigment. Just a dot on the center of the dot on your nose. Like that, just for that extra blind effect. And you don't want to blend that out. You just want to soften the edges a little bit, but you want to keep that dot there. And then just a dot right here. And that's how you go and do that. So that's how you go and do that. That's how you go and do that. Taking the contour brush from my nose, and I am taking the bronzer under my eye. Look who doesn't have an eyeliner today. Well, I have on a little smoke liner, but not a wing. Giving y'all a little Nicki Minaj vibe. Y'all know Nicki posted up without the little wing. Now all us bitches think we can go without a wing. But nah, I just didn't feel like it. I was like, we need to film some stuff. But I don't feel like getting too cute, because that just wasn't the vibe for today's look or videos that we're doing today. So now we're going in and do our lips real quick. I am taking, of course, my KKW Nude 3 lip liner. And now I'm taking the KKW Nude 3 lipstick. And to blend it out and mattify it a little bit, I'm taking my Black Radiance Hollywood Hot liquid lipstick. And I'm just applying that on top. Alright, y'all. This is the final look. Make sure those are secure so I don't fly away. But yeah. Let me know. Oh, I guess I can take these out, huh? So, let me know if this works for you. Let me know if these hats work for you, especially the nose hat. Let me know if you catch a husband. If you do, I want to be invited to the wedding, because I feel like I got y'all together. If it gives you a baby, invite me to your baby shower. I give really good gifts. You can ask everyone I know. And I will see y'all in my next video. I feel so cute, y'all. I just want to push JC. So, yeah. I never know how to end my videos, guys. I love y'all. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you think it sucked, give it a thumbs down. Let me know why you thought what you thought in the comments. Hit the bell so you know you want to see the next dose of tea. If you want to know more hacks on how to catfish, because that's all I am, a walking catfish. Or if you just like my southern twang of an accent, you can stay here for that too. I love you either way. Have a great day. Should I add gloss to this? This is a Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade Stone. Oh, yeah, this just took it, though. This just took it there. I'm sorry, I thought the video was over also. This is such a pretty mauvey pink nude. There we have it. Now we're finished. Now I'm done! I will see y'all in my next video, okay?